What's up, my brothers and my sisters from another mister? Today we're going to do a comic book review of Gunslinger Spawn, issue number 15, brought to you by RatedComics. Let's get to it. Now, Gunslinger continues to pick names off his hit list, one by one, slowly making his way towards eliminating all that have done him wrong. Now, in this panel, every day in the news, we hear or read of some horrible act of violence as these robbers break into this house with the couple sleeping and shoot them point blank. And tonight is no different. It's a jewelry robbery. They rob the jewelry. Once the men are sure they've not been followed, they allow themselves a bit of celebration. They go to the bar, and like all true psychopaths, they could care less about the harm they've done. And they have a chat about what's the best fantasy, whether it be Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings trilogy, or Avatar, all over beer. Okay, boys being boys, I guess. And the two men continue their wide-ranging debates, including everything from music to sports to video games and women. Jokes aside, until it's time to call it a night. It's been a long day and the robber needs to cleanse himself before grabbing any sleep before they divvy up the robbery. You know, the jewels. And this robber's kind of proud of what he accomplished, though he doesn't give much thought of that besides being a thief. He's also a cold-blooded killer, as this hand protrudes from his mirror and smashes his head into the mirror. And I don't know who this guy is, but he comes out the mirror, goes to his nightstand, and finds the bullet that was shoved in the forehead of the dead pastor, and that was in the last issue. And keep in mind, at the end of this video, you can go onto the Gunslinger Spawn playlist, and you can watch that Gunslinger Spawn issue number 14 or any of the other issues of Gunslinger Spawn, because here on Rated Comics, you cover all Gunslinger Spawn, Scorch, King Spawn, as well as Spawn as well. Or we're working on getting all of Spawn. But anyways, once this mysterious figure finds that bullet, he explodes from the thief's house and he exits in style like the Flash. Now in this panel right here, we see Taylor playing video games and Javier knocks on his door and he tells Taylor to open up, and this chain that's in between the door is not going to keep me out, so let me in. So inside, Javier quickly morphs into the gunslinger persona, and Taylor's like, why do you need to do that? The curtains are closed. It's not like you have to hide anything. And Javier's like, well, the more I use Javier's body, the faster it rots. And I believe that was covered in Spawn issue 308 or 309, but it was definitely covered in one of those issues. So Taylor is like, whoa, so what are you saying? You're not Javier? What the hell is this? This is news to me. All this is hitting Taylor fast, being a mere mortal or a mere human. And then he puts his head down. He's like, forget it, it doesn't matter. I should be used to everything by now, but I'm just having a tough time with all this. And on top of that, keep in mind at Gunslinger Spawn issue 1 and 2, Taylor figures out that his dad was working with angels and he can't get a grasp of all that, and he still doesn't have all the answers he needs. So Gunslinger Spawn's like, look man, I get it. I went through a bunch of stuff when I was about your age. I lost most everything too, including my family. So I was wondering if you'll be willing to come on the road with me. And Taylor's like, why me? And Gunslinger Spawn's like, because you're smarter than me, way smarter than me. And besides, I can't do what I need to do without you. Your world's too strange for me. And given that Gunslinger Spawn came through the time rip, so Taylor agrees to go with him. Now for Gunslinger, Taylor's greatest skill is that he can simply read. Taylor doesn't know how valuable that skill is, along with being able to write. That will save their lives in the coming months. Now at their destination at this auto repair shop, Gunslinger hopes he'll run into a piece of his past. So they go inside. Inside, the security seems to be nearly non-existent. And Gunslinger Spawn tells him, I'm looking for Wahia. Some of his Cherokee people said I should start here. And this guy's like, well, he said you'll be coming just down the whole first door on the left. And Taylor is curious as to why this man isn't alarmed with Gunslinger Spawn's presence. So they go into the room where the Wahia is at, and he tells him, you shouldn't be here, not in this sacred space. You're trespassing on the spirits. And he's referring to Taylor, not Gunslinger Spawn. So Gunslinger Spawn vouches for him. You know, Taylor's like, yo, what's up, dude? I'm here. So forgiving Wahia, he's a bit young. And so Wahia's like, well, my friend, it's been a long time. How the hell have you been, my crusty old dog? And, you know, they have a little bit of bromance, as Taylor calls it. And Wahia tells him, Gunslinger, I've been waiting nearly 150 years for your ass to come here, and I knew you'll come back to me somehow. So Gunslinger's like, you fell through the time rip too, and he's referring to Spawn issue 300 and 301, which we did cover that on this channel. And he tells him, no, I've been here the whole time since the world changed myself. Watched them slaughter the buffalo, and then my people, and then machines were invented for World War fights, and our enemies, they've been here too, every day, spreading their evil in many corners as possible. So we're going to need all the help we can get. There's another Spawn now, says the Wahia. Actually, no, this kid is not the Spawn. He's just some boy. He's my help. So the shaman gently lays his hand on the boy, wanting to read his spirit. And he's like, good, this one's a diamond in the rough. And he's referring to Taylor. Your protector, Taylor. Promise that you'll watch over our cowboy, as he tends to use too much of his necro energy making his special bullets. His enemies know that it weakens him. And Gunslinger's like, man, you're giving away too much of my secrets and you're spooking the kid. Taylor's like, no, I'm not spooked. But the real reason I'm here, says Gunslinger, I'm here to look for a list of names. Those names that involve Amy. And yes, I want to know how many of them made it alive to this time. Or even better, can your magic send them back? And the Wahia's like, Simmons made the tear. He's the only one that can sew it back together. In the meantime, I need to speak with Taylor privately. He'll show you where some of your allegiance is hiding. So they go to where some of those allegiances is hiding. And in the hideout, before they go in, Taylor asks Javi something. I'm trying to understand what's the end game here, because you seem to be a target for a bunch of non-human types that like to kill guys like me. Also, why did the shaman say he warned you a long time ago for you to quit all this? He had a premonition, says Gunslinger. About what? About my sister. And Taylor's like, well, was he right? And based on Gunslinger Spawn's sudden silence, his premonition was very freaking accurate. So more silence, and Gunslinger Spawn strides defiantly towards an unseen enemy. With purpose and resolve, Gunslinger can't wait to meet the resistance. His body is aching to deliver his own cruel necessity. And speaking of necessity, I need you to hit that like button, that subscribe button, and follow Rated Comics if you like this video and the content we're throwing up so far. Here at Rated Comics, we do awesome comic book reviews, comic book related content with the occasional comic book giveaway. That was kind of cringe, but I had to do it. You know what I mean. So back into the content though, stopping only once the screaming falls silent, Gunslinger Spawn goes to work with these people. Not far away, the echoes of battle have been heard by others, and his bodyguard's like, sir, your orders? Well, the noise seems to have died down, Henry. Go check on the boys, would you? And Henry does go check on the boys, and Henry don't have to wait long to get that report, because Gunslinger Spawn is waiting for him like, you know what's the pity about all this, boy? There were so many of you guys, didn't have time to drag them all here. This is only half of them. He goes to work, shoot some more. So if you know what's good for you, you'll get me your boss, boy. That's what Gunslinger Spawn says, and Henry does exactly that. My, look at what the cat dragged in. Now Gunslinger Spawn, his guns are drawn back and he encroaches upon their boss. And the boss notices that his bodyguards are not putting their weapons away, they have their weapons out, so he tells them, put your weapons away, boys, and relax, your guns won't scratch him. Ain't that right, Hailspawn? He tries to appeal to his symbiote sanity, I guess you can say. And so, what should I do about you? Since you took out most of my army, I was growing a bit fond of them, and his cane with the snake starts coming to life. What's more curious is we've done this rodeo before, and I've kicked your ass every time, boy. I'm having a little fun with this, I know. You can't win this one, you know that. And Gunslinger Spawn's like, maybe. He takes out his shotgun, but I made a good friend today. He taught me some tricks too, and his rifle morphs. So you want to fuck with me? I got nothing but time, boy. Okay, well, go ahead. But actually, Gunslinger Spawn doesn't have time. In a blur, something enters the room so fast, it creates a vacuum sucking all the air away. Everyone passes out. Everyone except those made in hell. Gunslinger Spawn ain't passed away. And this brother, I don't know who he is, but he actually looks pretty cool. He tells Gunslinger Spawn the boss man is mine, and I've waited too long for someone like you to get in my way. And that's where we end this review of Gunslinger Spawn issue number 15. What you guys think of the comic book? Comment below, let me know. And also link in description if you wish to add this comic book and or any of our other rated comic book exclusives or other comic books to your comic book collection. I thought this was a fun read. I don't know, man. It's still a toss-up for me if Gunslinger Spawn or King Spawn is one of my favorite Spawn issues to read, but my gosh, I don't know, I can't make that decision, but one thing I can tell you is this book is definitely worth buying if you wish to add it to your comic book collection. With all that being said, Gunslinger Spawn issue number 15. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you again for watching. Until next time.